Hey, that last person you talked to, do you think they want something from you? This time around, I want to talk about a word that's often cast in a negative light, the word doubt. In all fairness, it's pretty hard not to make it negative because its definition is already pretty negative. Doubt, in the Merriam Webster dictionary, is defined as a verb to call into question the truth of something. That's a pretty definite lack of trust, isn't it? But I like that definition because it's nowhere near as scary or intimidating as I expected it to be. I was greatly influenced by a manga, of all things, to believe that doubt is actually a good thing. Feel free to call me childish or juvenile by that, by the way. It's perfectly reasonable. That manga was called Liar Game, and the quote that stuck with me the most was the following: people should be doubted. Being indifferent towards others is far worse than doubting them, but most people don't realize that. I took that to heart for many years of my adolescent life, but taking it literally isn't and wasn't enough. Doubting everyone and everything at every moment has a very high mental cost, and I think, in my very, very layman opinion, there's a high chance of producing anxiety or paranoia. Imagine doubting every word from a friend you grew up with just to scrutinize their validity. I doubted so hard on whether people actually liked me for who I was that I distanced myself from people that ended up becoming doctors or pro hockey players. Yeah, I went to work, so the sun went down on me. But back to my point, somehow those same people that I distanced myself from, that went on to be super successful, they still somehow think of me in a positive light. I just think I could have been better friends with them if I didn't distance myself. But I was able to recognize somewhere in my university days that being so doubtful all the time was pretty toxic. So I tempered my doubt with a little bit of something else: hope. Like before, I doubted whether someone approached me because they liked who I was. But with a bit of hope, I gave him the chance to be honest. I put focus into accepting what was at face value while giving myself some backup plans for when I felt someone was being toxic. I think my experience with doubt actually trained an important skill in me: critical thinking. I actually think critical thinking is so overlooked these days and very underdeveloped. I mean, look at how far we've taken into AI. Like, so many kids, so many university students, even just overuse it to the point that they don't really think about anything anymore. I think we need to doubt the results of AI on the regular. I think AI is like that supposedly highly educated uncle who, at the family gathering, says he was this close to curing cancer or something. You can never be too sure of anything these days, not unless you see physical or hard proof of it. You know, when you doubt something, that sense of something is off gets, well, more sensitive. You know, that weird feeling you get when someone feels a little bit off? Yeah, that's a form of doubt, and it should absolutely be listened to. I've heard so many stories of people meeting someone who seemed weird or off, and in like 99% of those stories, that weird person ends up being a serial killer. Anyway, my thing today is doubt everything, but hope everything is what it is. I have no idea how any of this will turn out because the lighting changes and time differences and stuff, but that's all I got for today. Thanks for listening.